Oh, head kick!
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
What?
He's out.
Oh my God.
Oh, what the?
Oh
He's saying
my
calm
God.
down.
He
Mark
head
Chubb's saying
kicked
calm
Oh
him.
my
Oh
God.
my God. He head kicked him.
Now you'll never see that fight again.
Oh
That's
my
the risk.
God.
The year of 2023 doesn't cease to impress. During that period, in the world's best league alone, there were many vivid performances, upsets and highlights, and most importantly, effervescent knockouts. This year is not even over yet, but already delivered a lot of episodes worthy of your attention. Take a seat as you are about to see the best 25 knockouts of 2023. Please don't forget about the likes, comments with forwards, and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Number 25. Tom Aspinall vs Marcin Tybura. The first performance of today took place at July's fight night in the main event of the evening. Number 4 ranked heavyweight Tom Aspinall went up against the Pole Marcin Tybura. Coming back from a one-year-long break, the Englishman successfully broke into the division with an amazing victory over the Polish veteran. Tom needed only 1 minute and 13 seconds from the start of the fight to wobble his opponent with a couple of combinations and knock him out at the very beginning of the round. Number 24. Krzysztof Glowacki vs Patryk Tokazookski. Next we have the debut of the professional Polish boxer in our beloved mixed martial arts. In June of 2023, Glowacki performed at KSW 83 where he faced his countryman. This bout lasted a little longer than the one we talked about previously, but the outcome was way more exciting and surprising. After 1.5 minutes into the fight, Tokazookski took the boxer down to take him on a trip to the MMA world, so to say. He quickly got to the mount position and began to beat his opponent up, but he wasn't expecting to get caught with a counter from the lower level. Krzysztof found the right timing and knocked Patryk out stiff from the bottom position. Unbelievable knockout.
Well, now I think we're in submission territory. You can't swing from up the top there, on your back, and the referee steps in. That's it, it's all over. It's a finish for Patryk Tokazookski. Glowacki in all kinds of trouble. He knocked it.
Number 23. Michael Page vs Goiti Yamauchi. Now we're about to see the most recent performance of a legendary Venom. On March the 10th at Bellator 292, MVP clashed with the Brazilian on a winning streak. Famous for his unorthodox style and unpredictability, Michael Page promised to his loyal fans to deliver another highlight in his signature style. To say that he managed to do so in the best possible way is the most obvious thing, as is the fact that the sun shines only during the daytime, because the fight was over in 26 seconds after a precise low kick to the kneecap of the Brazilian. TKO after the very first strike, and we move on.
For someone like Michael Venom Page.
Oh, we got a problem right there.
I think I jinxed it, unfortunately, saying it.
No, you said it could end at any moment. It just did.
It really just did, and not the way we wanted it to. Although for Michael Venom Page.
Number 22. Johnny Walker vs Paul Craig. On January the 21st, the Brazilian Miracle from the UFC had another appearance in the main octagon. At the 283rd event, Johnny fought the Scottish Paul Craig. It seems like the home crowd at the arena gave Walker additional confidence, and we made such a conclusion because the fight did not even reach the middle of the first round. In short, the Brazilian threw a kick, the Scottish caught it and began to drag him to the fence to take him to the ground. But Johnny surprised everybody, including his opponent. Standing on one leg, he started to pepper Craig's face with big shots, which earned him a spectacular knockout victory in the first round.
Oh! Big one for Walker and another one. Craig goes down. Oh, Craig in a world of trouble. Johnny Walker! Rio de Janeiro is yours tonight.
Number 23. Alexander Derevyanko vs Dmitry Sabirov. On the next spot, we have a bout that took place inside the Russian Bare Knuckle League, RCC Hard. we would like to quote the description of this fight. Big battle of the heavyweights at RCC Hard. Alexander Derevyanko and Dmitry Sabirov slugged it out right off the bat. The very experienced Derevyanko blasted his opponent with a lot of shots in the clinch and managed to finish Sabirov in the first round. We completely agree with the above, as the spectacle happened to be truly outstanding. After he ate a decent number of punches, Dmitry couldn't continue fighting as the countdown of the referee ended faster than the guy could recover.
Такое чувство, что Сабиров прочувствовал эти удары.
Да, и такая гримаса боли в лице возникла.
Попадает Деревянко, падает
Первый
Сабиров.
скорее нет, а рейтинги сигнализируют, что ничего не было, но смотри, Сабиров поднялся.
Number 20. Ikram Aliskerov vs Wally Alves. The next knockout of the day happened rather recently. On October the 21st in Abu Dhabi, the world's best league organized the UFC 294, where it put together the Lesbian debutant from Dagestan and the winner of the Brazilian Ultimate Fighter. Fighter spent 2 minutes and 7 seconds in the octagon, during which Ikram hurt his opponent multiple times with his boxing, added a vicious high kick and a flying knee, which sealed the deal. This performance of Aliskerov showed that he should be reckoned with and that he plans on sticking around in the promotion for a long period of time. Number 19. Amber Lyrock vs Martina Yandrova. Now let's talk about the fight that happened in April of 2023. The American female fighter Amber Lyrock, on a 3-fight winning streak, clashed with the Czech representative in her PFL debut. Based on the footage, Amber found the right path to Martina's chin with the left high kick already in the first round. Precise and sharp shot instantly flatlined Yandrova and paved the way for the American in the new promotion.
Oh boy! Amanda Lyrock lands the head kick, and that'll do it! Wow! Lyrock with a knockout in her PFL debut! Those guys.
Number 18. Faridun Odilov vs Natalicio Nascimento Filou. On March the 9th, the Russian League ACA hosted a fight between the Tajikistani Terminator and the Brazilian Samurai at the 153rd event. These fighters needed less than 2 minutes to identify the winner and add a name to the resume on top of a flashy highlight. During a couple of exchanges, Faridun Odilov managed to get through Nascimento's defense and separated him from consciousness with a flush right hook to the chin. The follow-up was nominal as the Brazilian soul was already up in the sky. Number 17. Makhsan Kanai vs Avliyohan Hammedov. Now it's time for the battle that took place in the beginning of October. The local promotion Open Fighting Championship held at the 35th event that went viral on the internet because of this knockout. All of that action took less than 10 seconds because the spinning kick straight to the liver from Hammedov grounded Makhsan in a literal sense of the word and made him grimace in pain on the canvas.
Kutganmidingiz shunday jangni, kutganmidingiz do'stlar. Birgina zarba janglar.
Number 16. Wagner Prado vs Elmer Gazanov. And we're back to the ACA League. On April the 28th, 156th tournament of this promotion featured a fight between the Brazilian veteran and a rising prospect from Russia. We finally got to a fight that reached the second round. Despite the status of an underdog, in combination with age and a losing streak, Prado endured the first 5 minutes, being almost on par with the young fighter on a series of wins. And to everybody's surprise, he managed to stop Gazanov already in the first minute, decapitating him with a counter hook.
Есть! Это нокаут! Ничего себе! Там судороги у Эльмара Гасанова, тяжелейший нокаут. Вот это да, невероятно!
Number 15. Bo Nickal vs Val Woodburn. On July the 8th of 2023, Bo Nickal had his 5th professional fight right at the UFC 290 event. Initially, he was meant to fight Tresean Gore, but the latter had to pull out a few days prior to the event due to an injury. The world's best league figured things out and replaced him with another rookie, Val Woodburn. Simply speaking, an unstoppable machine in the face of the American prospect once again proved to each and everybody that the hype is real. In just 38 seconds, Bo Nickal stopped his opponent with a TKO, not even resorting to his wrestling, which he is so famous for. The guy clearly showed that he is a big threat in every possible aspect. Number 14. Imran Baymurodov vs Zalimkhan Katuev. In February of 2023, that same ACA organization held its 32nd event, but this time in collaboration with Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion, Young Eagles. And again, the fight made it out of the first round and came to fruition only in the second one. The reason for that was the skills of the guys that competed with each other as equals, both in the stand-up and on the ground. But there can't be two winners, and Zalimkhan showed that in the best possible way. He stopped his opponent in the middle of the round with a flashy and unforgettable flying spinning kick.
Это не просто удар. Это было шикарно просто. В прыжке с разворота и это...
Number 13. Sadibulsi vs Shane Mitchell. Next, we're about to see the title defense at PFL 6 from Swede Denzel. On June the 23rd, Sadibulsi came out to fight the contender from America right after his win in the Grand Prix. Actually, Shane Mitchell gave a great fight to an aged opponent, but he wasn't able to survive in the third round. A wild spinning kick from the champion to the face shut his opponent's lights out in mere seconds. No follow-up needed. Number 12. Artem Frolov vs Kleber Souza. On September the 2nd, ACA hosted its 162nd event at Krasnodar, Russia. We are interested in a particular fight that was held on the main card of the tournament. The Russian dispatched the Brazilian veteran only closer to the end of the second round, but did so quite impressively. At a certain point, Artem Frolov attacked Souza, throwing powerful shots to different levels. One of them landed on the liver with a surgical precision, which made Kleber go down, not being able to offer resistance.
Да-да-да, и совсем перестал работать джебом. Souza, как в первом раунде. Есть попадание! И можно заканчивать! Артем Розенберг! Досрочная победа! Не получилось пробить в голову, пробил по корпусу.
Number 11. Bobby Green vs Grant Dawson. Next in line, we have one of the recent battles in the octagon of the major league that resulted in a devastating upset. A 37-year-old king and a very experienced UFC veteran was up against a young, upcoming prospect in the very heart of Las Vegas. As we have already said, Bobby Green is a veteran who is way past his prime and couldn't get to the championship positions. However, the result that he delivered against the young stud with a record of 20-1 broke all possible laws of the universe. The king knocked the prospect out in just 33 seconds from the start of the fight and shocked the world with his performance. Number 10. Shamil Gaziev vs Darko Stošić. Now let's overview the rivalry in the organization that in its time catapulted the Chechen Boars straight to the world's best league. On February 18th at Brave FC 69, an undefeated fighter from Bahrain and Serbian veteran collided in the cage. Having a perfect record of 12 victories, Shamil Gaziev found the right keys to Darko Stošić in less than a round. In the middle of the fight, he saw the only right path to get to his chin and threw a huge uppercut. The Serbian collapsed and simply covered the face with his hands, as he couldn't keep on going any longer.
neke udarce što si ti primetio i na javnom treningu.
Kakav aperkat Gazieva.
Neverovatno.
Udarci.
I kraj.
Au. Kakav kraj meča.
Neverovatno.
Number 9. Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. Next we have one of the biggest rematches in the history of the world's best league. On April the 8th, in the main event of the evening, the last stylebender had a principal rematch with his greatest nemesis in the fighting career, a huge and terrifying Poetan from Brazil. Considering how Izzy's journey is unfolding right now, it's safe to say the first half of 2023 happened to be the most fortunate one for him in recent times. Not only did he avenge upsetting losses to his opponent, but he also did it in spectacular style, slaying Pereira in less than 2 rounds and sending him into oblivion. Number 8. Timur Musayev versus Islam Dumanov. The closer we get to the end, the more intriguing the fights are. The next bout happened in February in the Internet Bare Knuckle League Hardcore Fighting Championship. For those who don't know, it was a title defense for Golden Timur Musayev in black shorts, who was up against a formidable opponent in the face of Professor Dumanov. The fighters left a big chunk of their health in the ring throughout almost 4 complete rounds, at the end of which the champion saved more energy, and that played a decisive factor. Musayev caught Islam with an uppercut on the convergence and ultimately beat him via knockout in brutal fashion.
Когда речь хайлайта, эти удары точно проводят. О, ты сейчас апперкот снизу золотой. Просто шикарный апперкот от Тимура Золотого. И нокдауне оказывается Ислам.
Number 7. Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. On June the 10th, in the co-main event of the evening at UFC 289, one of the most dangerous lightweights of modern time returned to the main octagon to get back in the win column after losing to Islam Makhachev. At that moment, Dariush was the only top 5 fighter Du Bronx hadn't beaten in his usual dominant and flashy fashion. Fired up with an urge to return to the title picture, Charles Oliveira simply ate the Syrian alive. At first, he stunned him with a quick high kick and then finished the job via TKO. Number 6. Levan Chokali versus Sabah Homasi. On September the 23rd, the second World's League Bellator held its 299th event. However, we're interested in a particular clash between the Georgian and American fighter. On that night, the bigger portion of noise from the arena was provoked by this very fight, namely the ending, which became the highlight all over the internet. After 2 minutes into the fight, Homasi pressed his opponent to the fence and decided to land a quick front kick that didn't leave Levan with any chances to survive.
By himself and front kick to the face, and it's over. Lights out.
Number 5. Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier. Top 5 officially starts with the rematch right from the major MMA organization that the fans anticipated for more than 5 years. On July the 29th, in the main event of UFC 291 for the status of the baddest motherfucker in the game. The expectations prior to this tournament were very high, as since their first fight in 2018, both lightweights have improved their skills, techniques and preparation. All more so, many believed that this fight would go the distance and get in the judges' hands, but the highlight thought otherwise. Already in the first minute of the second round, he threw a devastating high kick which shut Diamond down and earned Dustin the BMF belt.
From now, about a minute gone by round 4.
Number 4. Patricio Pitbull versus Chihiro Suzuki. It's time to talk about the fight from the organization that we hadn't shown today, Ryzen FC. On July the 3rd, the world witnessed a very intriguing fight between the famous Brazilian veteran and a 4-time Bellator world champion and a young and promising prospect from Japan. In fact, the outcome of this clash was predetermined by many factors, from significant ones like a big age discrepancy to nominal ones like anthropometry. Either way, Chihiro Suzuki passed this test with an A+. The fight reached only the middle of the round and he already hurt the Brazilian multiple times, dropped him with a vicious right hook and knocked him out, no questions asked. Number 3. Sean O'Malley vs Aljamain Sterling. On August the 19th, UFC 292 featured a fight that people labelled with 2 words: no chances. An undisputed bantamweight champion was about to have his 4th title defense against a young guy who, in the majority's opinion, hadn't fought a decent number of elite opponents. But regardless of what anybody said or thought, Sugar shocked the MMA world with his performance. He did not just break Funkmaster in a fair fight, he did it on his terms using his strong sides. At first, he dropped him in the stand-up and then finished the job by a TKO. Number 2. Cedric Doumbé vs Jordan Zebo. By September of 2023, a popular Frenchman from Cameroon and also a 2-time Glory champion signed a contract with the promotion that we already talked about today, PFL. On September the 30th at PFL Europe 3, he fought Jordan Zebo. Cedric Doumbé's 5th professional fight ended incredibly quickly. The best needed only 9 seconds to finish Le Fauve. A former kickboxer drop-kicked the door in the new organization and made a lot of noise in such a short time.
Low stands from Cedric. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
It's
Over!
What?
Knockout for...
Number 1. Islam Makhachev vs Alexander Volkanovski 2. And the final battle of today took place at a long-awaited UFC 294. Due to a change of opponents in 2 main bouts with 11 days left to the tournament, the great featherweight champion took the fight on short notice to avenge his loss to the juggernaut from Dagestan. The very trend of high kicks in title fights that was set in the summer of 2020 by Leon Edwards, Islam Makhachev picked it up right on time. Let's be honest, even despite the status of a big favorite with a full camp, nobody expected the Dagestani to get the job done that quickly, let alone in such a brutal fashion and by a knockout over Volkanovski himself. But he has done it, and for that we give him the number 1 spot in this compilation. Which of the aforementioned knockouts did you like the most? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos. And of course, hit the like button with a high kick if you enjoyed this one. See you soon.